Good evening. Welcome in, everybody, to another night of Dave's Late Night Shenanigans. Yeah, I know Pete and them are still going on. I know Resort TV 1's still going on. So, welcome into those that are joining us. Hopefully, we'll have some others joining us pretty soon. So, we're just gonna, because I'm pretty sure the one that's in there is me. But, yeah, we'll see. But I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully, we'll have some other ones here in a few minutes. A couple more others joining us. Well, I hope everybody's ready for some night shenanigans. We'll never know what happens. Some Friday nights are quiet. Some nights, shenanigans. You just never know. But, hey, it is what it is. We will see. See what kind of shenanigans are going on as we are speaking. Welcome into those that are here. Welcome to those. Please feel free to say hi, guys. I don't know what we'll do tonight, but we'll do something. And while we're waiting for everybody else to join us, I think we're going to do. We'll play some music. We'll play a little bit of music.
In a castle high where the starlight glows, the world unfolds where the magic flows. Dreams take flight with every gentle breeze. In a
I hope everybody's having a Disney week.
heart finds heal with every sigh. It whispers of peace. Let's wander through the lands of our design, where dreams weave stories that forever.
We'll turn it down a little bit. Welcome into those coming in. Welcome into those coming in. So, I hope everybody's having a great Disney week. Hope everybody's getting their fill of Disney. I know Pete and them were still going on, so we're just hanging out, listening to a little bit of music, and just talking. Obviously, I got a lot of good things coming up soon. I just know that everything that I'm planning has kind of gone. It's a little bit of going haywire, but that's okay. We'll do good. But I hope everybody is just hanging in, doing good. What's everybody been doing today? Did you end up working? Did you have the day off? Did you get to go? Maybe you went to the Disney parks. Maybe you did some Disney shopping online. But obviously, guys, it's Friday night, so we're here to do some shenanigans. Most of my people so if any of my mods are coming in and want to join in, I can put a link into the mod chat. I know that I know Pete's still going on. So, well, Jonathan, hello, Jonathan. Good evening, buddy. Yeah, well, I'm not sure where everybody's at. Everybody's still over on Pete's channel at the moment. Jonathan, we'll we're waiting for everybody to come in. I'm just playing some music and talking about everything. I mean, obviously, we've got some things that we'll be talking about. Hopefully, Jill will be here in a few minutes because we do got a lot of good things coming up in the next week and a half, particularly on Thursday and a week for Monday. Welcome in to those coming in, guys. Welcome in. Please feel free to say hi. Welcome to Dave's Late Night Shenanigans on the Dave's Disney Dreams. If you're new to my channel, please welcome. We like to have fun. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. Good to see you. Because I know a lot of my co-hosts normally that are here. Well, obviously we know Debbie's having some. She was having some. Jason Thibodeau, it's the Thibodeau team. Hello. Welcome in, Jason. I hope everybody's having a great Friday night, and I hope you guys are paying. Hope you guys are over there watching Pete. I mean, obviously, it's we want, hopefully. I know Pete was still going on, so I mean, if he's still going on, guys, I just wanted to get started because I don't know how late I'll go tonight. I mean, it wasn't a bad day at work, but I got some things to do. Getting people coming in. Hello to all those coming in. Hello. Okay, Pete's done. There's our good friend Mama D. And how are you doing? How are you and your friend holding up, Mama D? I know you guys are at the B&B, right? Bread and breakfast. And there's our Queen of Disney, Samara Brown, is in the house. Hello, Samara. Good to see you. He just finished? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people are probably over at Resort TV 1 because they're actually doing a 24-hour stream. Yes. Oh. Yes. I'll make sure I tell the boss. Yep. I thought you were, Debbie. I wasn't actually expecting to see you until later. I wasn't expecting to see you until next week. Yeah, they're going to be on all night. I'm gonna probably stay up and go hang out with the Resort TV 1 for a while. They are right now, according to what they're going to be doing. They should be back. They should be back at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They were staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, or no, not tonight. Never mind. Stop that, Jonathan. Scratch that. Yeah, thank you, Roger. I was about to say that. I just caught myself. Oh boy. My brain is dead. Yeah, it's tomorrow night. Make sure you guys catch Resort TV 1. They're actually going to do their first 24-hour stream. But yes, thank you, Roger. Yes, that is correct. It's tomorrow night. I don't know why I said that. And then we got Zippity Doo Doug. Oh, Doug needs to come hang out with me tonight. We need to create some shenanigans. No. It's because I hit 200,000, Jonathan. Well, thank you, Debbie. It's good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate that information, Roger. Yeah, I don't know. I just got off work thinking it's Friday, and I'm thinking about the long stream that they're doing tomorrow, which is pretty cool. No. I am not seeing that, Doug. I'm not seeing that. No. No. Mm. I'm actually need to put it in. I actually do need to put it in the thing. Hold on one second, guys. Open it up to the mods that want to come in tonight and just hang out and have some fun. I'm not going to promise we're going to have chaotic mess tonight. Hey, I may have pants on. I may not have pants on. I don't know. You just don't know. You just never know with me. Oh, wait a minute. Dang it. Hold on. I got to do something here. And I hope it don't put me inside the studio. No. Thank you. I guess. I'll get this all out in a minute, guys. I got to let my mods in. Oh, that's Doug. Nope. Mod chat. But we do got some things we got to talk about that's going to be coming up in the next week and a half. Okay, any mods that want to come on? Any mods that want to come on, the link is in the chat. More than welcome to come on. No. I think I'll stick right where I'm at, Doug. Hey, Neil. And I still got to reach out to. I'll reach out to you fairly quick, Neil. We've been trying to hammer. We're trying to hammer out when we're trying to get all this house stuff. I am good, John. Well, I hope your son has a good flight. Yeah, no, cool, Neil. And of course, we got Jonathan in the house. I'm not expecting.
Hey, John. Hi, Neil.
Hey, Jonathan. What's up, buddy?
Just walking back from board game night. So I'm moderating on the way back, which is you and Pete and everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's on. Of course, of course, me and Pete end up. Usually, it's me and Dad build on Saturday night, bringing up the rear, and me and Pete on Friday night. Welcome in to everybody coming in. So, all right, I think I can stop the music now. We got. I was playing music while I was waiting for more people to come in. Now all of a sudden everybody's in. So we're good.
Oh, let's change the camera so you can see more. Which one's better? This one? There, you can see more now.
There you go.
I can face it the other way so you can see where I'm walking, but.
Oh, there you go. Hey, it's interesting. That's always good to see. So you say you're on your way home you just got off work?
No, board game night. I usually have it on
Board
Friday.
game night. Okay.
But the last few we canceled, so this one we did. So instead of taking the TTC, which is the Toronto Transit Commission, is what it stands for, the subway home, the bus or the subway, I usually walk it because it's 4.2 kilometers. It's exercise.
Nice, nice.
Like last time when I was on and I was walking through the city, it's the same thing. So
Yep.
uh, I'm more than halfway home already.
Oh, nice. And Christian, I believe that is Toronto, correct?
Yes,
Jonathan, because
it is.
Christian was
Well,
asking, "Is that New York?" And I was telling him no, it was Toronto.
can I change the settings on this camera? I can. Let's see. Facing back.
Yep.
There you go. Now you can see what's in front of me.
There you go.
Last time I walked back on your stream from one of my board game nights, Dad builds must have been Ninja because he made a comment like 2 days later saying that he enjoyed the walk, seeing my city.
There you go. He might have. You know. I never know when some of these guys are ninja watching. They don't. Sometimes they. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so Samara's from Montreal. I knew.
There
I
you
knew
go.
Samara was from Canada. I didn't know where she was.
Love Montreal. Old Montreal is nice. The older side of it. I was there last fall.
Yeah. Father side went into Canada as Windsor, but I do want to go over to the west side of Canada because I want to do some of the. I want to do some of the Rocky Mountaineer train thing up there eventually. Yeah, exactly, Neil. Martin Short, he's a good comedian. Celine Dion, oh my goodness, I love her music.
Red light.
Like green light, don't look like there's much
It,
traffic there. Doesn't look like there's much traffic at the moment.
yeah, but I'm not gonna jade at this hour at night. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like I probably could have done it, but I'm busy on the live stream, so I just don't want to multitask that way. And also, if for whatever reason you get hit while jaywalking, and you go to court or you do whatever, well, they're gonna blame you for jaywalking, not for following the rules, right? So
They report you for jaywalking. Good
no,
gravy.
no, I mean like if I jaywalked and a car
Right.
came out of nowhere and hit you, and then you're gonna complain that that car didn't have right of way, but you're also jaywalking. So you're kind of like, so at least if you're
Well,
gonna report an incident, you're
yeah,
reporting that.
that's one thing where when you got and your stuff is more socialized. Where in the U.S. it doesn't matter whether you're jaywalking or not. If a car hits you, even if you're jaywalking, they would still be held responsible. I don't know. I mean, I don't know
No, I'm not
how
saying
Canada.
I'm not saying they wouldn't be responsible, but you're also responsible because you were jaywalking. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like how much of it's responsible. Versus like if I wasn't jaywalking and he hits me, then it's all his fault. Period.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but do they hold? Would they hold you guys? I mean, if you had to take it to court, would the court look at it both ways? So you're both responsible?
Well, I don't know. Right? I've never had to go that. Let's keep it that way.
Well, yeah, let's not. Let's hope that never happens. But
but but
okay,
in
that
my
would be
neighborhood,
interesting because I know Canada looks at different things differently than the U.S. I know in the U.S. You could jaywalk all you want, but if a car hits you, it's totally the car's fault,
in my direct neighborhood though, which I'm headed towards where I live, I
right?
almost get hit by a car 5 times a week because people can't drive down there. Versus like, so I had someone walking a dog out of our
Welcome to
building.
Gainesville.
Oh, just got hit, and we were complaining.
Welcome to Gainesville, Florida. They don't know
And
how to
I said,
drive down there either.
I said, you know what? If I'm over by where I work, which you won't know the street, but if you know turning red, you might understand it
And then you get rid.
because
I,
where I work
I can imagine. I can imagine that, Neil.
because
Is this a reference to
where
a
I work
Squid
is
Game?
Chinatown.
that I'm
We're just,
aware of, Christian. Somebody's asking you how's the weather up there. Is the weather warming up for you now,
it's not
Jonathan?
cold right now. My hands aren't freezing like last time, but you can see it's still a bit wet outside because we had wet snow earlier in the day. It disappeared already. So, like, I posted on Instagram before about the snow covering in March, and people were like, "Oh my God, you
Yeah.
got snow!" But
I know the last
here,
time you were on, it actually was real. It looked really cold.
like,
Well, it was cold for you. It was
here it
cold for you the
melts
last time you were on.
because we're in the city. It melts, right? But you go 2 hours north of here, I'm sure same will be in Jordan, whoever else is in Ontario. I still have snow in the yard or
But I
ice
wouldn't
because it's just
doubt it.
colder up north.
And then our good friend Jill is in the house, guys. And guys, later in the show we are going to be talking about Jill. We got some things. Christian, please do not put all caps.
And just so you guys know, I'm not using a gimbal, but because the screen split, it shouldn't be bothering you guys too bad.
Yeah.
Now that I own a gimbal, I should probably try and use it
Hey,
sometime.
David T.
I'll have to learn it.
Yes. Guys, for the sake of people who might be using special equipment to type and listen, please let's remember, but let's be fair to them and not use all caps.
So what happens when you use all caps during that? Is that people who use speech to text?
I'm not sure exactly does, but it interfere.
No,
It does
I know what it
inter.
does. People who use speech to text, who because they can't hear or that they can't see what's on screen, when you type all caps, it will spell each letter out.
Yeah, yeah, and it's almost to me, anyways. When you put it all caps when you're typing, it's like yelling at somebody.
Now, have you ever, Mike Wheels has shown what he hears because he's blind and he shows at a fast pace of the way he reads it. It's super fast that I can't even keep up with it. So when you have a long sentence that's all cap, it sounds weird because it's repeating every
Well,
letter out.
and technically, etiquetely, honestly, and it's not just for the people that use those text to speech, but technically etiquette, even from
Yeah.
the early days of the chat, when you use all caps like that, that's like you're yelling at somebody.
Well, there's a time and place for using
That's
it,
that that
but
that's the way we always treated it, even back in the days of the AOL chat. That was like
hey,
screaming at somebody.
chat. Oh my God.
Yeah, even in the days of AOL chat, that would be considered it screaming at somebody, and we've always told people do not put all caps for the sake of one. Back then it was screaming. Now it's more of today. It's for the people that use the text to speech or speech to text type of machines.
Because I got the camera facing forward, I got to be
Yeah,
careful
thank
what
you.
stores
That
I'm pointing at.
exactly, Jill. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
I'm glad I remembered because the camera's facing forward, which is not
Uh
normal.
oh. Uh
Usually it's
oh.
facing me.
You do got a question from
You have to tell me. I can't see chat. I can only see
you do
the
got
screen
a
yard.
question from Neil. He said, Jonathan, what's your favorite Canadian food? And please don't let it be McDonald's.
McDonald's is not Canadian. It's American. So
Exactly.
it doesn't count. It's worldwide, but it's American. It's an American company. I don't know. I eat a lot of things. So I don't.
Have a good night, Mama D.
I guess if you want to say Canadian, maybe poutine, but I rarely ever eat that because it's unhealthy.
He says he
Uh,
knows.
yeah, but even like maybe lobster is Canadian, or like you know, I guess you can eat seafood, but I eat everything. Like not just because I'm Asian, but like I eat a lot of stuff, but from around the world, Italian, whatever. So
Poutine.
I
He
don't.
said poutine, cool.
Yeah, Montreal is some of the best poutine out there.
You
So
Next is called chat. I think. Well, yeah. Well, sometimes people are snacking in the chat, I guess. I don't know, John.
Speaking of McDonald's, there's one here, but we're probably gonna walk by like four of them before I get home because we're
Well,
downtown.
guess what? You can see what I have for dinner. I tried to do Hungry Howie's, but unfortunately they weren't answering my phone calls to get an order, and the line was too long when I got off work, so I ended up having to go to the next best thing.
Well, here's one McDonald's. There's several around. One's kind of dead at this hour.
Hey, it is what it is.
Oh, gotta be careful. The lights are out of the stop.
Uh-oh. Neil says,
Lights.
you know more about Canada than we do. We need to be educated. Well, so yeah, we need Samara and Jonathan and So Cargo. They can educate us all on
Neil, if you want to be educated on the beaver, go see Joy. To be fair, though, to be fair, our Canadian beaver, I saw an old, not an old news clip, but I guess they posted an old news clip on a news channel on
Wait a
YouTube.
minute. Wait. Who are you talking about is past whose bedtime, So Cargo? Speaking of So Cargo in the house,
Hey,
we got a
Cargo.
So Cargo sighting in the house. Yeah, it's always somehow beavers always end up on somewhere. I don't know where we're getting the beaver stuff all of a
So
sudden
the
from.
history behind the Canadian beaver actually is with New York, because New York first had the beaver as
Yeah.
their animal for their logo or whatever for New York, and then Canada adopted it, but New York never got rid of theirs. So there's a bit of a slight argument over that, and Canada decided to have it. So you guys ever watch Turning Red? The streetcars you see on there aren't here anymore. They don't run anymore. These are replacements. They're more modern. They've been here
Mm.
for a while, but it's not without issue. I mean, Bombardier made them in North America, and then when they
Anyway,
came here,
probably you, David T. I was not. Oh,
we're supposed
hold
to
on,
put on the
guys.
side
We
skirts and they don't fit.
we got a special phone call in. Hello, Pete.
Oh no.
Hey, Pete. I'm curious. Don't tell Jonathan, but I think I just saw a hooker. Oh, hold
Pete, do you really want?
on. I think he heard you, Pete. No, don't tell him. I didn't. He heard you.
So Pete,
She is my
it's pot.
sister.
Pete, it's too early. But if you go down not
Mom,
this
how did
street,
you know that?
but not this street, but the next street over at a certain hour, you might see some.
Do you know that these people are available at a certain hour on a certain street, Jonathan John?
Because so I used to work at a temporary agency for construction, and we used to line up 5 in the morning for work. So I used to walk from my place down the street when I lived at a different place, and every time I walked like 4 in the morning, the
Stop it.
same
Hold on. Ready? Hold on. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Oh.
they can't hear you because
Yeah.
I got the headset on, so I can only hear you near.
You'd be much better walking down the street with an open phone. Oh my goodness. Somebody, and get him while I'm waiting. Oh,
There's one of the stores where I buy my baseball card holders.
got it. Oh, right there? Jonathan, just
Yeah,
stop
I don't.
one person. Stop one. Oh, that's what it looks like. Look at that big ass game. Oh, Barnes and Noble. Yeah, you'll be able to get Dapper Danielle's book there. Listen, thank you. All right. Somebody, I want to introduce you. I want to introduce you to somebody. Just stop anybody. I want to introduce you as Jonathan Wellhung Chong.
They can't. They can't hear you though because I got my headset on. So Pete, I'm gonna let this slide. Now, I'll be honest. When I was in high school, I had this other Asian kid in there who tried to pick on me in like grade 9, grade 10, which is the weirdest thing because the way he picked on me was he called me Long Dong Jonathan Chong, and he kept yelling it in class for no apparent reason. It was weird.
You are now officially LD Jonathan Chong. That's the official name. Love of God. my goodness.
Sweet Jesus, I can Pete a little.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad it wasn't. You know what? It's better than. Glad it was you, Jonathan, not me. So when you become a clip, we know where it came from.
Oh my God. All right, let me know when you get over to that street. I'll come back in.
I'm not going over there. There's nothing there at this hour.
Talk to you in a bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we had our nightly call from Pete.
Oh, he'll be back. I only gave him that
Oh, now we
information
got
too
Doug
because
coming in.
there was a lot of people on the street. So this IKEA is great.
Oh,
It's downtown.
hello, Doug.
Downtown.
Hey,
What's up?
I just heard Jonathan Chong is looking for hookers.
No, Pete
Well,
was.
that seems to be the rumor, I guess.
Oh.
Pete was.
Well, now Jonathan's saying Pete was, yeah, I'm just sitting here in my studio, so I mean, I
You don't
don't
find
know.
any at IKEA.
What's his new name again?
I don't know
I don't know.
what.
I forgot.
Oh my God. All right. Well, hey, since you don't want to snuggle with me tonight, I'm going to go to bed.
Oh my goodness. Oh well, you have a good night, Doug, and we'll see you in. We'll see. I definitely will be watching your show in the morning.
All right. Well, have a great night, Dave. And Wednesday night, I'm going to have Preston on my holiday hangout.
Nice. Make sure you guys
That's
go
great.
catch. Make sure you guys catch the Hump Day Wednesday. I guess Preston will be on the show, so make sure you guys go catch Doug's Wednesday night show.
Yep. Have a great night there, Long Dong Jong.
Well, it's just getting better, and I can
It goes
tell
the
you
old
this:
cafe.
we've got well, yeah, onto the gutter. Boy, this thing went to the gutter about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, you want the gutter? I don't know if I can show this on stream now. I probably shouldn't.
Nah, I don't think that would be a good.
Okay, I'm not going to show it on stream because, well, I shouldn't do that. But on the other side of the street where I'm walking right now, which is part of our downtown, it's been here for, I don't know how long, longer
Yeah,
than me. It's been here.
apparently so, John. It's all coming out now. No, they kept everything clean on Pete's show, and now that it's over here, it's going
Um,
to.
directly this way, I can't show it to you, is a strip club that's been here since like the 50s or whatever. It's a very old pub.
Oh God, are
There's
you
more than,
saying they got strippers that are 50 years old there that are old?
no, the club itself has been there forever. I get it, but the club has been there forever. I don't. It's older than me, but like there's two of them we went by, but I usually don't show it like because I actually remember it. I said I'm facing the camera forward this time, so I have to be careful of what stores I'm
Yeah, you can't show.
pointing
You
to.
got to be careful of what you show. Yes, I agree with you.
I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. They're not. Nothing's really bad, but like your usual like.
I wish
Uh,
Chicago. I wish I knew what the heck you walked into. I'm trying to figure out. I'm sitting here running the show, and I
oh,
don't know what I'm in the
Cargo
middle.
knows. She's walked down the street before. She comes downtown now and then. She knows what's out here.
To be honest, they probably do it as Toronto.
So there's a
Oh,
university
John,
over here.
John, John wants to know: are the strippers on trash cans?
Mm, I haven't. I wouldn't know.
Jonathan,
So to be honest, I went into that place once for someone's birthday because she wanted to have a party in there as a joke, and that was like 25, 30 years ago. So I have no clue what it's like in there anymore.
uh, and I let's just, I will not. Well. I put foot into places like that, but I was young.
Yeah, well,
Back way when I was young.
it was different though, because it wasn't just like you and a few guys going in. This was like there were 8, 10 of us going in, taking a huge table because we were celebrating her birthday, and she just wanted to do something different. It was hilarious.
I wouldn't be surprised. So cargo, they with some of the things that they pulled, and I've seen some. Oh, I run
So
into a couple of them that when I was
whoever in
younger.
chat
That
was asking, if this is New York. No, this is Toronto. But now that we have a Shake
that
Shack
that was
over,
that was Christian.
yeah, now that we
Oh,
have a
that was
Shake
a
Shack
long
here,
time ago. Yeah.
which I went on the first day it opened.
Uh
This
oh.
area is
Neil
looking
said you're
more and
being
more in
way
New York
too honest.
because this here is called Dundas Square for us. The
Right.
name may change down the road because of its name, but uh, it's supposed to more or less act like New York Times Square in a sense. You can see all the billboard and advertising, and then this one here, the big green one up there, that's a new one. I just got put in like 2 days ago. The
Okay.
one over,
Nice.
and that's over our local mall. Our mall is like down this way. Oh, sorry for the lighting there.
So cargo says you need. So cargo says you need to take them around the Eaton Center one day.
Well, actually, I walked in the other day in a mod meeting on a Zoom call. The problem is, I walked in because it was cold outside, and I said, "Oh, I can warm up for a bit while I'm listening to the mod meeting," and we were discussing. I'm doing a four-way crossing, by the way. And when I got in there, just as I walked into this mall, the alarms in the building went off because someone pulled a fire alarm. So it was like so god, it was so loud I couldn't even hear the mod meetings in my headset.
Well, John Spaceship Air says that if they could super chat, can you give it to the strippers? Well, the only problem is with that. I know you can't super chat on my channel because I'm not even nowhere near that. I still got 1,600 view hours that I got to get before I get that close. So I do got some videos that I need to put out pretty soon.
What time is it? It's too bad. It's almost midnight. So
Yep.
this Shoppers Drug Mart is to you would be like a Walgreens. We have them all over the place, but this one here used to be a Hard Rock
Well,
Cafe.
that might
So that
be true, John, but I'm not sure I want to go down that route.
so the Hard Rock Cafe that used to be here went away
Right.
for many years, and now it's going to be built upstairs and that plaza over there. It's being
Oh,
built. But the reason why I say that, I can't go in now because it's about midnight. They're closing. It's upstairs. The museum for the Hard Rock Cafe is still up there behind this little square section right up there, behind that billboard up there upstairs. There's a section where it's just music museum up there that's free to go into. But they're going to close it
oh,
like in a couple
geez.
minutes. And me holding a stream with a security guard at the door there, he probably
Okay.
doesn't like.
Wow.
So what else can I show you? I don't know. There's a Popeyes.
Yeah.
The brewery here is a local microbrewery. Oh, here. So this big sign that's flashing up ahead is says Ed Mervish on it is a theater, and we have several of them that belong to a guy named Ed Mervish, who
Okay.
rich guy who owns all the stage theater. So I don't have any friends working in this one now at the moment, but this theater here used to be called the Pantages, which is where the famous the, it's where the famous ignore that. It's where the famous uh, Phantom of the Opera.
Oh,
You
nice.
guys, so you guys had it in the states. When I came to Canada, the local prop shop that I have worked
They
at for
have
a
like
couple of
the
years
Broadway
before.
steel musicals in
So
there.
so they
So
so
cargo
they
says.
built they built they built a chandelier at the local prop shop downtown, well west of here, and they built a chandelier, and that became the chandelier that's used
Yeah, that's what Jonathan
worldwide
said.
now.
So cargo.
and there's a Burger King, and this is closed now. But that right there is one of those claw machine places is getting popular. Here's the other half. This whole strip down here is all the mall, all the way down.
Mm, that's a big strip mall. I'm surprised you. At least your malls aren't going out of business. Malls down here are pretty much.
Um, that's
They're
not
the
true.
malls down here are pretty much virtually ghost towns
So,
anymore.
so there are a few that are. I mean, they've gotten one of them got a grocery store in it, and a few other stores. And there's a Lego store in there up north. But the mall, we still consider anybody who knows that mall still consider it a dead mall. So you only go there because you want the Lego store.
Have a great night,
All other
David
stores
P.
you can find elsewhere. Um, at the end of this mall, there's a retail store that owns its own building called the Bay, which so
So
this mall
Cargo
is
said
called.
you should tell us how many floors in the mall, Jonathan?
There's three, but it's weird. So uh, when you're at that end of the mall, the other entrance, it's two floors and then it splits into three. The third floor is kind of halfway below this ground. So you have to
Oh,
come back
okay.
up to get up there. It's kind of it's a weird building, but it's called the Eaton Center because the Eaton Center used to be like J.C. Penney's. It was his own. Eaton's was famous for like doing fur coats way back in like the the 20s and stuff, right? Like before we
Right.
had malls and stuff, and it became a mall. And so it's still called the Eaton Center, but Eaton's itself as a I guess as a store, like it's just full of stores in here, but its own store, like a J.C. Penney store and Macy's. Thinking of the Macy's doesn't exist anymore. It went out of business. Loud cars, sorry. They're a
Yeah,
BMW
no
just going
problem,
off their
man.
motors.
That's, yeah, I was gonna say, wow, that
It's
was
down.
really loud.
It's downtown. That's what you get. People just show it off, and actually they're going
And they
faster
do
than the
that
competition.
everywhere.
But
That happens everywhere.
But anyway, so it doesn't exist anymore. The Bay still exists, the Hudson's Bay Company, which is famous for Hudson's Bay, the lake, as you know, the Hudson's Bay area. And they
Right.
did a lot of, way back and before we had a proper city like this, they did fur trading and stuff as well. They still have one, but they're going to liquidation slowly. So that store is going to
Yeah.
start clearing other stuff. So we're losing that store. Um,
You know
and the
what though?
mall,
A lot of strip malls are they're just people don't do strip malls anymore. Everybody does online shopping and everything else. So I mean,
well, I wouldn't call this a strip mall. Well, technically inside is like an atrium. It's all glass and you walk right through, but it's considered a full-on mall, and it's our premier mall for the city.
well,
The other
I
ones
mean,
are
I don't
all
know
smaller.
about up there, but I know even our malls down here, even the malls down here are about virtually busted. Nobody goes to
Think
them anymore.
think of this mall, a smaller version of your Mall of America. Your Mall of America, the way that's designed, because being a live place streamed it before or something, it's more like our malls up north or our malls to the west. We have a mall on the west end, which is Sherway Gardens, that has
Right.
like a kind of four-way, like a big X that you go around and you circle around with all these stores inside. This is the same thing, but just one long strip inside with stores on either side and three or four levels.
Yep. John, actually, John, Jonathan does have a gimbal. He just doesn't have the. I think he's trying to find the charging pieces for it.
I got one for $8 from the Value Village. That's like brand new. It supposedly works, but I don't know if it fully works because it keeps cutting out because I have not downloaded the app yet. So I need to learn all that stuff and then I can do it. But I don't do this often, so that's why I would never pay a gimbal full price because I just don't have the use for it.
No,
Right?
no. But for what you got it for, I mean, if you can
Yeah.
get it to work, then yeah. I mean,
So the
and you
idea is
know it
that
works because we know the gimbal itself works. You just got to get the app.
so all the buttons and everything works, but every now and then like the gimbal will reset itself. So I don't know if it's broken or not. But then again, I can't say it's broken because I've never downloaded the app yet to sync with it. So it just based on itself without syncing into it, it works. So we'll find
Oh,
out one
oh
day.
my goodness, that would be so cool. So Cargo said you and her need to do a meetup stream, and I can host it. I mean, I can host it from down here. That would be nice if you and So Cargo could meet up and
So the best thing to do would be to do a stream where we'd meet up in uh, like towards Niagara Falls, and then have like people on the other side stay on their side and just wave across the other side, like Tina and other people.
There you go.
And Buffalo's on the other side. They're not that far from it. They're not super far.
Yeah, that would be awesome. No, she
Or
was talking
or
about,
the other one is like
she,
Pete
so
had
Cargo
mentioned
must go to
before.
Toronto. So she's talking about you and her need to meet up in Toronto somewhere and do a stream and if need be, I can host the stream and just.
So uh, keep your ears open. We haven't talked about it in a while, but Pete and Molly once thought of the idea because Peanut never shows his face, and they want to meet Peanut who mods and like Mike and Pete's channel. He lives in the other side. I won't say where, but he lives on the other side, not far from here, a couple hours. And uh, Pete said maybe one day, because you guys never cross the border. It's just not that I don't. I just haven't had the time or the money. Other things got in the way. But Mike never does it. Pete will come down and watch a baseball game at the Toronto Blue Jays Skydome, or what was called the Skydome. It's not the
Oh,
Rogers Center.
well, she's
So,
suggesting that you guys should go to. So Cargo's suggesting that you should go to, that you guys should meet up and go to the Ripley's Aquarium and do a show out, show me and everybody else around there at the Ripley's Aquarium.
I don't think I've gone live from there, but I did record some stuff one time and then posted it somewhere. But I haven't gone live. I think the last time I was there was with. No, it wasn't. The last time I was there, I had a free ticket because a friend of mine had her parents come out from the East Coast, and then they bought. In most cities, you can buy a package of discounted. Uh, no, not
Uh-huh.
discounted tickets, but you buy a package where like you get the aquarium, you get a baseball game, you get the CN Tower, all for one price, right? So tourists can use that. So they used it, but did never use the aquarium ticket. So she's like, "You
Oh,
want a free aquarium ticket?" And
well,
they gave it to me, and I went in.
she's saying that you meant the Rogers Center, you mean?
Yeah, which is beside the aquarium. It's right beside it.
Yeah.
Now, when I had that free ticket and went to the aquarium, I believe I posted a picture years ago on it on Instagram, but I saw they were raising eggs of sharks. So there were baby sharks that weren't born yet, but they put the light up to the egg so you can see them moving inside. It's kind of cool.
Nice. Oh, oh my God. You know what? That don't surprise me, John. John was just saying he saw two cars ram into each other, and right now the parking lot's getting full of angry people out there. I don't surprise, not surprising the way people react when cars hit each other.
And on a weekend, doesn't
Pe-
surprise me at all.
I mean, the way people drive, even in the parking lots, they're maniacs.
There are sections I can walk on the ground here actually for a bit. So where we're standing outside, the mall was back up the other way behind us. You can walk on the ground from there completely all the way down to the waterfront where the train station is, and I'm somewhere
Right,
between. But you can do that. But the problem is that getting inside there isn't easy because after a certain hour, the Hudson's Bay Company department store closes, and you need to walk through it to get underground. And if you notice on the four corners I'm standing,
I know what I'm doing.
there, that's a Canadian bank called the TD. This is the Royal Bank. And so getting into these buildings after hours, the banks don't let you in because there's security, there's a whole bunch of things. But technically, the underground is open because the subway's still open. The subway had doors to
Right.
access to it. So as long as the subway's open at 2 in the morning, you're allowed to go down that way. There is a door I can go into down there, but I'm halfway. And they don't mind it because there's security down there, but they're not going to really care unless you're like doing no good down there. You're not supposed to technically take photography or stream in those underground pathway corridors because it's like I guess
Right.
public access. On there's signs, but it's like in fine print. But if you're walking through like I am now at this hour, I don't think they mind. You're just not really supposed to do it regularly. If you're regularly doing it, or you're gonna stop and like do something on your stream doing that, and they'll throw you out because technically it's a
You know
no
what?
no.
You guys just gave me an idea for next weekend.
What's that?
I think I think this channel is going to be taking a short trip over to St. Augustine next Saturday.
Ooh, that sounds
And
good.
I may do. I'm going to try to get over there early and may do some streaming over there and take you guys to. For you
Hoppy
guys that
Haylan's
have
Old
never
Timey
seen
Bar.
the oldest, for you guys that might not have seen the oldest city in the world or the oldest city in the U.S., which St. Augustine is the oldest city in the U.S.,
It's also haunted.
all long before Williamsburg.
Isn't it also haunted? That's where the haunted, one of the famous
Yes,
hauntings are.
there's some haunted. Yeah, I
Wow.
actually, yep. It's got the haunted lighthouse. There's a lot of spaces that are haunted. There's haunted. Who knows? I might have to go. I might have to go visit the haunted bars. I think I need to try out the haunted bars.
Haunted bars. So the
Yeah,
haunted
they
drinks.
they actually they do a tour down in St. Augustine that goes around to the different bars that are supposedly haunted in St. Augustine.
So I know St. Augustine, like the church is haunted a lot because there's so many haunted shows have been there. But for
Well,
haunted bars, I didn't know
it
that.
has nothing to do with haunted shows, but when you've had the history that it's had, I mean, think about this. When the Spanish owned Florida, Jonathan,
No,
and
I
you
get that.
kill, and you do know that the Matanza Bay is named after, you know what the Matanza Bay means, right?
I understand that, but I'm just saying that uh, most of us learned it from, and I know of it because a lot of major haunted, those shows have gone over there many times
Oh
to
yeah, yeah,
record.
oh yeah. It's been on tap.
But yeah, I just never knew
Taps
that
has
there were.
done it a couple of times. I know some other shows have done it a few times.
I mean, now that I think about it, yes, the bars would be haunted, I guess, but like I never thought about it because some of the shows have done haunted bars. It's not there. They've done it elsewhere, like in Texas and other
Oh
places.
no. There's some haunted bars in St. Augustine. But yeah, I think you know what we might be taking a stream next week on Saturday. I got a 4 day weekend, so
Maybe I
I
should walk you
wonder.
guys anywhere.
Huh? You know what? I might just be seeing if I can get me a hotel for Saturday night.
Oh,
Maybe I
you
can go do some. Maybe I can go
hey,
do some. Hmm.
get a haunted hotel room.
No, I'm not doing a haunted hotel room.
Hey,
I don't. I like to sleep in peace, not with ghosts. Now, unless they're beautiful female ghosts, but that's needless to say. And yes, in case Molly, you heard me right, or Debbie, or whichever who's ever's listening,
oh
you
boy.
heard me right.
Well, then it would be like Ghostbusters, right? Ray Stantz, the bedroom scene.
Hey, I could go for that. I could go for that scene.
That's all you, not me. Oh,
I always did like that scene in Ghostbusters. I think everybody fell asleep. Nobody responded to that. I was waiting for some shenanigan comments on that one. But yeah, but on the serious side, yeah, I think just go. I might try to see if I can get a hotel and stay for the night, and maybe just go over there early in the day.
whoops. I did wrong. Setting. Camera.
Maybe see if I can see what cheap hotel I can find over there.
There we go. Oops, sorry about that. There you go.
There you go. Now we can
I
see
mean,
Jonathan.
well, you've seen. Well, I've filmed closer to my neighborhood, like outside of my neighborhood, before.
Yeah, no, don't be showing it. No, don't
No,
do.
I'm not gonna show it now, right? But the one time when we did the Christmas thing, that I was out of my neighborhood, but just because I'm walking to my
No,
neighborhood,
don't be showing your
that
neighborhood. Nobody needs to
that
know where.
that's why I face it this way. So
That's why I was careful to do what I did with the school when the storm, when I filmed that stuff for the hurricane that I was working the shelter. I could show the school. I just didn't want to show nobody else. But yeah, I think next week, guys, there may not be no late shenanigans next Friday. I have to look at that and keep everybody posted on that one.
Well, just plan it in advance. You know, one week can go.
No, but speaking of which, I'm going to take time to do this. Guys, do remember this. And I don't know if Jill is still in here, because I haven't seen her say anything. I think she said she had. Um, I am going to say this. Don't forget, one, actually, a couple of things. One, a week from Monday, April 21st. Don't forget, Yeehaw Bob, guys. We'll be on the Dave's Disney Dreams. We're looking forward to that special night. Um, and it'll be fun. I don't know what he's going to bring. I know what I'm asking him, but I'm looking forward to this good interview. Um, I do look for it to run past an hour, probably an hour to an hour and a half. So we're looking for a pretty decent and all that. With that, then there's this, guys. Again, if you're looking to want to help and you do want to do donations, reach out to me at this email. I got to talk with John. I need to see if he wants to take over the emails. I can give him the. Jill's right about that. Um,
And that's donations for.
and yes, that is the email to the donations to let me know how you want to do it. And if it's anything, if it's like a package that we want to send out, are you willing to mail it directly to the winner? You need to make sure you.
Just to remind people, these are donations for giving prizes out, not
Yes, this.
donations to the charity.
No. Yeah, this is prizes for that we're giving out to you guys for those that donate during certain hours and things like that. And we'll explain more as the date approaches. Um, this is just where you can reach out to me at that email at davegktw@yahoo.com. Um, so I'll play my commercial in a little while later. We'll do the travel commercial later. But then also, and I do not have a thumbnail made yet. But next Thursday on the cruise line show, Jill and her husband will be joining me, and we will be breaking down and looking, or I should say, Jill and her husband are going to be breaking down their trip on the Disney Treasure. We'll get to see pictures of the Disney Treasure, and they'll tell us some stories and tell us some good things, and obviously tell us some pros and cons of the Disney Treasure. Because we know nothing is perfect, but hopefully everything was perfect on that ship for them during that trip. So looking forward to hearing that next Thursday on the 17th.
Do you have a cruise booked this year for you?
No, I was going to work on it, but now that I got to wait another 90 days on the to even try to get the money, I just
Hmm.
won't be able to do it this year.
Let me. I might be able to. Let me know down the road because the cruise that I'm taking this year is not. I don't think it's one of the ones that you're working on. But if you need some sort of footage of me walking around it so you can use it for yourself or something, I can.
That's fine, Jonathan. That's cool. I mean, anytime we can get pictures of different ships, that would be awesome. I mean, if it's pictures that you're part of that Discord, and you can add pictures to.
Well, yeah,
You're
no,
more than
I'll add
welcome.
pictures, but I mean, like,
And I
I
don't
can take
know
a,
if Jill is part of. I don't know, Jill. I mean, she's more than welcome to.
I can take
So
video of it though. Like, I can take video of like walking from one end to the other or something. Providing I put it to the Discord via Wi-Fi before I get over to Japan, because when I'm in Japan, I'm
right,
gonna need
yep,
all my space for my photos.
yep,
But like, yeah, because my ship's apparently is supposed to have Wi-Fi. I don't know how good it is,
yeah.
but we're supposed to
And
have
here's
complimentary
the thing.
Wi-Fi in ours.
And then Jill's more than welcome to add them to if she wants to share them out. I can get her on Discord and let her share them out under the different people, so
Ooh,
people can see what the ships are like.
so
Uh oh.
there. Oh,
So Cargo, I
this
had
is.
one question. Jonathan, are you walking around this late downtown just for fun, or is there a reason
I'm
behind it?
walking. I walk home from my board game night every Friday at this time.
He, yes, he does board
Um,
games on Friday night. So Cargo, so he's walking home.
so I walk 4.2 kilometers from Davisville Station all the way down towards somewhere in the waterfront. Um, it's just exercise. I just realized in my neighborhood, which you have seen before, there are large white trucks parked out here with
What?
people around it, and that's because Toronto does a lot of filming, like movie filming, right?
Oh,
And TV shows.
well, you might be in the
So,
middle of a film.
so when I left, the street that I filmed before during Christmas with those little huts and stuff, which isn't there now, had fake snow all the way up it, just like bits and bobs of it. So it looked like when I took a picture of it, I can show it to you in a mod chat or something later. But when I took a picture of it, it looked like it had snowed and part of it was melted away. There were just bits and bobs of it on it, but it's fake. So I touched it, and one guy, well, he looked at me, but I just walked on. I didn't want to make a scene of it. But I touched it. It's really thick, almost like a uh, not cotton, the cotton ball material, but from a distance it looks like cotton ball, but or it looks better, but it's really thick white material that's used for doing snow, one of the materials, and
Yeah,
they
it's
had them out.
fake stuff that they use.
So I think they're packing up now, but when I walk in the direction I'm going to go, if I see it, I can switch the camera around and show it to you guys if
Yeah,
it's still out there.
polyfill. Polyfill is what it's called.
And
Exactly. So
also,
Cargo.
if the filming crew is not standing all around it, which they are actually. So they are because there's a big boom crane. You know what? Let's change this around. More since I'm not exactly in my neighborhood per se. Settings, camera. So whoever's watching now will get to see that.
Exactly. So Cargo. Take it from the Fabric Queen.
So these are the big trucks out here, right?
Nice.
So the back of that's open. I'm not going to film it because they have filming gear in there. This one here, it's just like the front of it, but you can see the back of the cab is longer, and that's
Right.
because it's got like a power supply, and usually they have a power trailer hooked up to it, where they hook up all the cords so they can power everything on set. If you notice this way, there's a giant crane with a lamp over there because they're filming.
Oh well. Hey, you know what? That.
So I was questioning because of the fake snow, like are they going to do a winter scene and
Yep.
drop snow
Hallmark
down
movie
later?
prep. That's probably what it is. It's probably what it is. So Cargo. It's probably some Hallmark
So
movie.
usually I won't. I would say no because even though they're Canadian actors, the Hallmark movies are filmed in the states in the little Hallmark towns, like the Christmas towns. You would know what they are. In this case, she may not be wrong because that over there is the St. Lawrence building. That's the market, right? I filmed there. You remember when I had those the huts that we're filming at nighttime, Christmas
Right.
huts? They're gone, but the trees that were there during Christmas, which are long gone, they're back out again along down the street with fake snow on them and Christmas lights on them, or some sort of like
No, it might be a Hallmark movie.
partial. Yeah,
Because here's the thing,
so it could
Hallmark.
be.
You're right about one part. Them using certain U.S. towns that are like Christmas towns, but I've also known that some of the Hallmark Christmas movies are filmed in Toronto.
Some are, yes, some are. And
So
if anybody wants to see people interviewing Hallmark actors if they're Hallmark fans, go see Pepper Tree Villa, the king of Hallmark movies. They've
Well,
interviewed him
exactly,
before.
because even so, Cargo said this, and that's exactly right. They have filmed them on Niagara Falls on Lake as well.
Yeah, they have as well. Yeah. But as I said before, the funny thing is how PTV ended up interviewing Hallmark actors regularly was the Hallmark actors found them first, because PTV once in a while would play Hallmark movies as a watch along on Saturdays, and one of the actors caught our chat and we were making fun of the Hallmark movie because every move's the same, it always ends the same, it's so typical, so predictable, and we were making fun of it. And he laughed so loud that he ended up sending that live stream to a bunch of the other actors. Go, you got to check the replay of this out. They're making fun of our film that we act in. And then he got in touch with one of them, and next thing you know, we've been interviewing them and the directors over at PTV. They've been interviewing them on and off on a regular basis, which is funny. But it all started because we were making fun of the film and they enjoyed it. They enjoyed that bit.
Hey, you know what? That's free publicity for them.
Yeah, it is, but not everybody enjoys Hallmark movies, right? Some people complain I'm forced to watch it because my wife watches it and stuff,
Oh,
right?
oh boy, you've been called out, buddy. You better look at
Me?
this. Yeah, you better look at this one. You just been called out. I know she's joking, but
Oh, I love Hallmark movies though. I watch them all the time. Well, I haven't watched in a while, but I
welcome
do
in,
watch them quite a
Katie
bit.
Y. Hello.
Katie, I watch him quite a bit, but that's how it happened though. When PTV does his streams of that on the Saturdays, we would all make fun and go, "This is we know who's gonna happen. We know, oh, she'll get back at him later, or she'll fall in love with him later. It always happens." And they
It
saw the
does.
chat and they
You know
laughed
what?
about it.
That's pretty much that's the way all Hallmark movies are. There's always a guy and a girl that are always arguing over something,
For
bickering,
the
trying
most
to get
part,
revenge, and then somehow they end up falling in love and they end up getting married. That's the way Hallmark movies are.
huh? You can't see the CN Tower from here.
Yeah,
It's pretty
totally.
foggy.
Katie says she
It's foggy
totally
and
gets
gray.
it.
Usually, you can see the CN Tower just that way a bit more, or a piece of it, but it's like really gray outside.
Yeah. Um. Katie said she gets it. No worries.
All
How
right,
you doing,
one
Katie?
camera.
And again, for you guys that are so actually, so for next week, guys, um, I might have to have my. I'll have to talk to the next Saturday. We probably will be in St. Augustine. More that you're doing that, Jonathan, the more I want to. I think I need to go out and do a tour. So I think we're gonna go hit. I think we're gonna go hit St. Augustine next week.
Well, when you have time. Yeah. So I can't that street that I filmed on. I can't go
Or
down there
or here's
with
the
me and
other
the
thing,
camera.
guys.
They're filming
Or
down there.
maybe I might do something from Pensacola if I go over to see some cousins.
Although they said when I left my building, which is on a different street, when I left my building, my neighborhood, when I came by to that street that they were setting up, they said that the shops on that street are open during filming. So you are allowed to go down that way, but
Are
there's
you?
police there's police out here making sure that people don't do things while they're filming and stuff. The lights are on, but I don't see any film crew, so maybe they're
Hey,
packing up right
Gary,
now.
no problem, buddy. Wait, am I going to stream all those Sundays? What Sundays are we talking about? So, Cargo. Now you're gonna have. Welcome in, Jerry. Good to see you, buddy. Which film are you guys watching, Jerry? Oh, this Sunday? Uh, I'll tell you what. I'm off all weekend, so I'll do a special. All right, guys. I guess for some cargo's sake, we're going to do a special stream on Sunday. I don't know. It may be a home stream, so cargo. So I don't know. That's why I got my reading glasses on.
Do I have to walk around, or can I walk down to my? I gotta
Ye-
walk around. Is the side street open on that side? Can we get back? Because I. Yeah. All right. Thanks. No worries. Yep.
Oh, the
So the coup.
second Twister. Oh, okay. Okay, Jerry. Yeah, I haven't seen that second Twister movie yet.
So the coup at the top of the street said I can't go down the street because I'm in the middle of something. Now, usually, like
Yeah.
if it's your neighborhood you live, they'll let you go through between takes and stuff like that. But they just said they want you to walk around and you're getting to the streets behind it. I was gonna go that way and flip the camera last second to show you fake snow because the fake snow is still out there on the ground. But I guess
That
I
means
can't.
that, yeah, that sounds like a Hallmark movie to me.
Oh
Just
no, it
being
looks like one. It looks like parts of one. But that said, though, I have to go around. So, but whatever.
no, that's fine. I mean, you don't want to get yourself into trouble, Jonathan. Hey,
No, I work in theater, so I know the regulations. Right? We don't go doing that per se. That's not for me. It's not a big deal, right? Like if someone goes, "Oh my God, look at
oh,
so," if someone goes, "Look, it's so and so actor out there" or something, I'm like, well, to me, it's not a
whoops.
big deal because I've interviewed actors before. I've done things back in my day, so it's not gonna like make me go, "Oh my God, is George Clooney up in Yorkville or something?" There are people who do
Whoop,
that when
whoop,
we
whoop.
have gifts.
Well, you might need to get rid of those pants in there, so cargo. I've done that. I've done that a couple of times myself, not really realizing I've had holes in my pants. Just lucky nobody
Oh,
ever saw it.
you're talking about holes in the pants. I thought you meant like getting rid of pants because it's late at night.
No,
Go
no, no, no.
pants and
It's something that So Cargo said in the chat. I know you can't see the chat. It's just something her kids said to her. I guess it.
So how much battery power? I got a lot of battery power. I can walk you down to the waterfront, but I don't think that. So I don't think
No,
last time I
gee.
was
Well,
last time
yeah,
I was at the waterfront.
yeah. I guess that would be your name. So Cargo. He said, "Get rid of them." Nope. Run them through the sewing machine. There you go. Patch them up. If you can patch them up, there you go.
Let me take a look from here. Because last, so we may not, I may not be lucky. I was gonna say I can walk you down to the waterfront where I did the live stream with you one time when I was sitting on the fake beach.
Right. Yeah, I
But
remember that.
but so for the last couple of days we've had a sugar boat here unloading sugar, which is fun to look at. But I don't know if I see it from here. I was gonna say I can walk you down there because I still have a lot of battery power in here.
Don't stay out too late. I mean, it's 12:30 in the morning here.
Well, this is kind of like my neck of the woods, anyways. It's not like I'm not out of the realm. There are lights on down there. Walk down that way. But also too, like I'm not worried about like so you. I used to be worried about data because I used to have like 20 gigs for an entire month, and I'm
Right.
moderating everybody, and I'm always moderating on the road because I need things to get done. But I now have like 70, 80 gigs per month, and I never max out. The first
Nice.
month when I got that many, I tried to max it out. I go, let's test a theory. Let's watch a movie whenever I'm in a subway or whatever I'm doing, so like from my TV network and just stream it and then burn data. And I barely even got close to 60. So it's not quite possible apparently. So I just wonder because I already got the camera out with you. Unless you want to end it soon, we can walk somewhere. I'm just trying to think
No,
where.
no, we're good. We're good for a little while.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
don't have to get up early in the morning, so I'm good.
Or, well, then if that's the case, well, at some point, I'm probably gonna need to use the menu. I gotta find a place for that. Let me just see. Maybe they're not out. There is a crane at the bottom, but that's not from construction because they're working on the rail line that's near my place. But I just want to see if I can see the sugar boats and there's something to look at, but they may not be there. It could be lights from construction. I'm just trying to look without having to run
Nice,
all the way down the street.
nice.
It's hard to see because I'm so low to the ground, like I'm on ground floor, right? Like I'm
Right.
looking directly down, versus like when I'm at my mother's, like what you saw when I was on Doug's stream, right? She has the view towards the waterfront, but she's like,
Oh,
I won't
well,
say how
Cargo
many
don't have to
floors up,
work
but
till
she's high.
12, so she's down for hanging out for a while longer.
It looks like I can't. Oh no, wait, that's I can't tell. The lights are behind the construction. Okay, I'm gonna close my camera for a minute here.
Okay. All
You
right,
can't see
guys.
me, right?
Dan. Yep.
I'm still here. Okay,
Yep.
so
You're still here. So
and then
we're still hanging out, guys. Just enjoy, and
so
Jonathan will be right back in a minute for the
so yeah,
continuing.
we can keep chatting. I'm gonna have the camera back on in a minute. I'm gonna go somewhere where there's a bathroom. I'm gonna mute and close myself when I go for
Yeah, no
because I've been
problem.
I when I do that,
I'll talk with everybody in the chat. Take care of business. I
because
understand
I've been
that now you're seeing what we go through as streamers when we're in the parks
well,
and
I
when you're
know,
by
but
yourself.
I've been walking all the way from up north for like an hour down here, and it's just like
Yeah, and
I
see,
haven't
there
got
you go. That's yep. But anyways, so
until I get over to when I can still be on the mic though. So I just won't pull a Jeff.
yeah, yeah. Please don't pull it, Jeff.
No, I won't.
Yeah, we don't need no Jeffs tonight. Not we love Jeff to death, but no, let's not pull that.
Well, he's not the only one who's probably made that error before, but it's just the one everybody makes fun of. So I'm sure there are others in the past.
Oh no. Hey, that's you notice every time I even when I'm buying things at the Disney park, that's why I mute it. I shut the camera down, or and put a BRB right back.
Also, I shut the camera because I'm closer to my building in my area now. So
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to show that, so that I agree. I don't want that showing out. Yeah, no, it's not.
what we can do is come through this door. I wonder if it'll connect when it comes through here. It will. So can do is do more
Oh, I will tell you this.
settings.
Nope, I don't see.
Okay. I ended up
Oh,
going. No, I don't. I
I
was gonna
think I'm
say
the
I
only
can.
one still film. I think Donnyland is still going out at Disneyland, but
I don't have a tripod, so I can't. I was gonna say I can. I'll just turn it off. I was gonna show you my aquarium while I went to the bathroom, but well, you can see I have a plant growing in there.
nice.
Yeah, it's growing. It's the Christmas moss. Not everybody's able to grow it. I somehow got rid of it, and then it came back on its own. So now it's a
Now you got
massive thing
Christmas
growing.
moss.
Yeah, it's actually
Nice.
it's massively growing. It'll have to be trimmed soon, but so I plan to have a fish bowl to grow some more and put it in separately. But I'll have to see about that because when I go to Japan, someone's got to take care of this, and they're not fish people, but they've agreed to take care of it. so I'm just worried
Right.
about giving too much to deal with. But anyways, uh, I will mute the mic.
Yep. Mute the mic.
I'll mute the mic and I'll be right.
No problem. Do what you gotta do, buddy. All right, guys. So while we're waiting on Jonathan to return, I hope you're enjoying this. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's a little bit different, but I'll tell you what we're gonna do. For those that are, we are going to be right back in a minute, guys. And this is sponsored by your local travel agent. This is sponsored by your local travel agent, me.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise number one. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travel Way. It's Cantrell Country's Travel Way, setting sail on adventure every day. From island south to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travel Way, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. If y'all are looking to travel, please reach out to me. You can reach me through contact information, through my number, you can reach me in IG on Dave's Disney Dreams. So but Jonathan will be back in a little bit here, guys. Just hang 10, and I think he's back.
I'm
Just
back. I just
perfect
unloaded my.
timing. I just
I
got the
just
commercial just stopped, so that was perfect timing.
Yeah, I can't post links for you though because I got the camera on my phone being used. But I just emptied my bag out and just left my water bottle in here, so I can take my water bottle with me in this bag when we go.
Oh yeah, make sure you always keep a water with you. You got to keep hydrated.
Well, I do, but you have to drink from it though, not just carry it. And that's usually when I'm walking home, I don't drink from it because I just like I'm walking directly. I just don't want to have to keep taking it in and out.
Yeah.
So, nope, you saw my messy kitchen. I shouldn't have shown that. Oh well. Okay,
Uh,
so now we can walk out the side door. Inside
all right.
lock my door.
Excuse me.
You always burping late night. You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, that's because I had 2 Cokes.
2 Cokes.
Yes. Oh, listen. When you work at the job I do, you have to stay. You pretty much have to. You pretty much have to end up.
Am I back? Well, my camera's off,
Yeah,
but am I back?
your camera. Yeah, you're back. You're still
Okay,
here.
because sometimes I lose signal and not spotting my building or the building
Oh
I'm
no,
in.
no, 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 no! Don't again. That's private. You don't be showing that stuff.
Yeah, but we'll walk. We'll take a walk down to the waterfront.
Okay. Yeah, we can hang out for a little bit more. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get going here in a little bit. We've been going in for an hour and a half.
Just there's lots of traffic down here. It's all, I guess everybody's going home on the highway. So there's a highway that runs along the waterfront that connects to the bigger highway, and it's usually busy downtown. Any street you pick because it's all the exits to the entrances to the highway. Well, let's see. I thought I saw. I don't know if it's active, but I thought I saw a boat down. I could be wrong. Could be just the lights in the boat's left already. Because the sugar boat usually comes like every 3 days or so, and but the last time it came, it was in the port for a couple of days. It was like longer than normal. But that's always fun just to view. I've taken pictures of it before. So let's exit. Oh, maybe I can't cross on the side. I have to cross the other side. Oh, in that case, sidewalk closed. Okay, so I have to figure out how to get to the other side without jaywalking because there's police
Right.
there.
Oh, don't jaywalk.
No, there's people honking because there's like a crane on the road just moving dirt that's off the road, but going on off the road, so it's blocking traffic. Uh, that's a long way around though. Okay, well, I can do it. As long as you're within reason, you know what you're doing. But it's just like just to be safe, I'm gonna go back up the street a bit because it's like rush hour traffic here at this hour. It's people probably leaving like a basketball game or a baseball game, something like that. And they're all. I'm just trying to find a spot here. You'll see what I mean because you'll see it when
Right.
I turn the camera back on when I'm down in the waterfront.
Oh, yeah.
I I also want to. That's loud.
Boy, you got some people honking horns tonight.
Because the people back here don't realize that it's construction. Like they realize it's construction, but they don't realize that that's why the police is down at the bottom because they're like stopping traffic so the crane can do its thing. There's a giant crane
Ah,
in the middle of the road lifting stuff right now, so everything's diverted. I'll put the camera back on in a second as soon as I get on the
no,
road.
right, hey, wait till you're out of your area and,
I know,
you
I
know,
know. Don't worry. Oh, there's well, you crossed the road as well. They're doing both sides. Interesting. So I don't know if I'm gonna make a post of this coming up soon, but so we have a coffee shop called Tim Hortons down here, and coming up on the 14th, which is actually, by the way, for anybody who's into astronomical events, is the Pink Moon Day, I believe. So you guys in Florida, because you're in the same time zone, may see it. I don't know what color it would be, but it's supposed to be a pink moon that happens on the 14th. I forget why, but my stepdad sent me a post, and I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So yeah, there's just construction down here. They're working on the railroad, which is above me or behind and above me, and that ramp up there is part of the highway. But it's just they're blocking traffic on and off. They're just busy. So, uh, but
right.
yeah, I'm not even. I don't know. The lights start. There's a light down there. I don't know if it's a boat. I don't think it is. I don't see any activity.
Mm,
But but anyways, so we'll pass by one. There's a Tim Hortons over this way, but on the 14th. They start to release the next set of hockey cards. This time it's
right,
rookie hockey cards. And I might make a post of it because so I don't collect them 100% because
right,
they're not they're not high value, but they're fun to collect. They are upper deck, but they're different from regular upper deck cards because they belong to Tim Hortons. It's kind of the way McDonald's had their hockey cards back in the day in the States and in Canada. But last one that came out, I spent about $20 worth of cards, which is $2 a pack. Each pack was like 3 cards. It's not much, so I didn't get a whole lot. And
Right.
then someone in our community by the name of Sam Welby, you know, 12, who does the
Yes, I know
comp.
Sam.
So he won and decided. So when you buy a case, it's not like hockey cards in general. When you go to Walmart, you buy them. Like when Dad goes buy them, you buy a case, and the case has a better
Right.
odds of getting stuff. In this case, the case just has 100 individual packs, right, which are $2 each. Or you buy the case, which is like
Right.
do the math, right? So he decided to buy a whole case. Not that his odds are any better because they're still individual. We don't make them better. He bought a whole case, and one of the cards he was looking for was like 1 in 100 cards. You will get. You have the opportunity of getting one of these cards, which says Tim Hortons in blue at the top and white at the top on a blue border, but it's lenticular. And as you move the card left and right, you will see who's on the phone.
That was so cargo. She sent the voice thing. She said to say, hello, Jonathan. Hello, chat.
Oh, okay, I heard
And
that.
hello, me.
It was a bit muffled, but I heard it. But you
Yep.
get a
No,
lenticular
we,
card, and when you move it left and right, you'll see the old card uh, from the 80s and the new card of today. That was Tim Hortons or whatever, and it's back and forth. And that's the only valuable card in there. So he bought a whole case because he collects cards. He didn't get one. I laughed at him and said, watch it be card 101, which is not in there because you only bought 100 cards, right? And
right.
he goes, don't you dare, right? So I said, I'm not going to get into this round. I don't want to spend money on it. So I spent $20. If I get something good, then I'm just happy with it. It doesn't have
Right.
to return value to me. I just want to have fun. I get one of those cards out of walking to a shop, which, by the way, happened to be that one right here. Uh,
Right.
and I picked up $20 worth of cards, and I got one of those cards, which was a Brad Marchand card, which most
Right.
Torontonians around here don't like them, but we picked up a Brad Marchand card, and it's worth about $70 at the time of me getting him. So Sam got really angry at me. So I was thinking this round because on the 14th, new cards drop. I'm not going to go all in and buy cards again, but I'll do the same thing. I'll just buy a few packs and then I'll just go and tell him like, "Hey, did you buy yours yet? Did you buy that case? Let's see what your luck is." And he's gonna get angry at me again because he spent all that money and got nothing of intrinsic value or anything that was good. For the most part, he got a lot of commons, and I only spent $20 and I got something that isn't one of 100 cards, right? So there is no boat
Right.
here today, but
Yep.
the dock is open down here.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Well, the dock's always open for you to view. You can see it down at the bottom of the port here. There's the college down here. But we can walk to the beach, but I'm wearing my good shoes too. I don't want to walk in the sand. We can walk around it,
Right.
but there's not much. The only thing I guess I could say we can walk over towards Harborfront on the far side, but at this hour it's not much to see. It's not like during boat festival where some of the boats are in the harbor and stuff. So that's later in the summer. So there's not a whole lot out here. Oh, there's a Shoppers Drug Mart here. I haven't been over here this side in a bit. So this is the sugar factory, by the way.
Right.
So the boats are usually the boat will park next to this thing in here. The beach is over there, which we'll cross over into it's called Sugar Beach. And if you notice, because now it's nighttime, this building over here, I can't zoom in because I'm using StreamYards. The building
Yep.
here, the window at the top up there, you can see part of the sugar mill. And there's a giant crane up here that will pick up sugar back and forth to the building.
Oh, nice.
So that's Redpath. That's ours. I don't know what there are different sugar brands out there. I don't know what the major one is for you for the U.S. I can't remember what it is because there's several brands. But us here in Canada is Redpath. So it's
Right.
Redpath sugar. So I'm actually subscribed to their Instagram or their email posting, even though it's just a sugar factory. But once in a while they'll give you recipes and they'll just say, hey, the sugar festival is coming soon or whatever. And they'll give you updates. Just small things, but also you can't see it, but on this big center over here where the sugar mill is, the triangle bit of the roof there. There's a painted set of whales on there. That's too dark at this hour.
Right.
There's probably people over at the beach at this hour. Because last time when I was streaming down there with you, there were people actually doing dance classes down there or something. They were.
Oh, really?
Remember, I was sitting at the beach next to the sugar boat thing, and I
Right.
said off camera, there's just a group of people with a little boom box, and they were doing like it wasn't they were doing like proper like ballroom dancing, or they were learning how to do some sort of proper dancing, salsa classes or something. I don't know what it was.
Right.
But yeah, I thought this would be entertaining for the stream or
Yeah,
for
no,
some.
and I appreciate. You know what? That made it really good. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get ready to shut it down. It's almost 1 o'clock. I do got to get up at 8, but it, I'm not even tired yet. But yeah, I need to start shutting down here. Let you get home.
Well, I left my area. It's okay, but whatever. I was going to take you to the beach, but the light
Oh
hasn't
no,
changed
go
yet.
ahead. We still got time. Anybody want to go see a beach? I do. I'm always for a beach.
I don't know what we can see in the dark though, but like the last time when we streamed, I guess because the boat was in the dock beside us, so the light was so bright that it shadowed out the beach. But now you can kind of see it over there. Well,
Hey, I'm always up for the beach.
you know, okay, there's no traffic. I'm just gonna cross. Normally, normally I would wait for the green light and press the crosswalk button, but two people are standing in front of the button. I don't want to bother them, so there's no traffic right now. It's just dead
Right,
at this hour. So as long as you're careful, you can. Because if you press it, then the light changes, and then traffic has to wait for it, even though it's only one person crossing, and it's just like being kind to drivers as well. So the boat would usually be in this dock here. And in fact, you never know; it may show up much later tonight. In
yep,
fact, out on the water over there, at the end of this pier, I can see a bunch of lights out here that is not from the island on the other side. It looks like there's a boat in the water.
right.
But without dropping the phone in here, but you can see like that's the dog. So what we'll do is I'll walk around this ledge here. Ugh. There's usually a few people here. Just always, anywhere you go, that doesn't mean Toronto, but anywhere you go, just be careful about,
Right.
who you run into and stuff. But, and I showed you this before, this building over here is the Chorus building. I don't know how many
Right.
people know what Chorus is, but it's like Nickelodeon. Uh, I think some of the Nickelodeon shows are played through Chorus in some fashion, but Chorus is like when we had cartoons in the 90s and stuff on our TV, at the end they always say Chorus Entertainment. So this is part of it. And inside, as I mentioned this before in the stream, inside there's a giant slide from like the third floor all the way down to the bottom that Alex can use to exit the building. So yeah, this is all sand, but it's like
Hmm.
man-made. This
Yeah.
area is man-made. Actually, I don't see anybody out here.
Nobody out there. There you go.
There's probably someone out here sitting somewhere. Is that a balloon? What is this? I, is that a balloon? I have no clue. When you see things that you don't normally recognize out here, it's kind of weird.
Right. Oh yeah, you never know.
Well, what does that look like to you? It's reflective. Let's walk up to it. Someone walking the dog out here. There's a sign on it. Is it an art sculpture? Sick kids. Oh, join the celebration. Oh, this is a sculpture. So it is a
Oh,
balloon. I'm not wrong.
no.
So there's a balloon here, but it's a sculpture of a balloon for sick kids. So for you guys in the States, you do give kids the world, right? That's or not
Yeah.
give kids the world. You
Yep.
know the Miracle Network. You
Right.
know the Miracle Network. So
Yeah.
sick kids
Miracle
work.
Network.
Yeah. So sick kids. It is a actually I've had surgery through Sick Kids before as a kid. It's a hospital in Toronto, um, that away, and they've done they do fundraisers all the time. This says 150th celebrate, and so we don't have
Uh-oh.
what we have is
Is
like the
that,
Miracle Network, and
I
it's
don't know if
joined with
that's
like
a good
70
thing or a
guards.
bad thing, so Cargo.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah, and that's cool. I like that. That's a good thing because I know Miracle
that's
Network is a
cool.
big thing.
Yeah, yeah. So Sick Kids is like the Miracle Network. It's actually they're joined in some regards.
Mhm.
With one of the things when we do IndyCar that I usually film every year towards the fall, Fan Friday, which is the free day, you have to donate to the network to get in, and that's how it goes. Someone with their dog out here. So this is the fake beach out here, by the way, guys. So it's all sand, but I'm kind of wearing my pretty shoes. I don't know if I want to go into it. I was wearing my good shoes today. Um, but yeah, I was hoping the sugar boat would be out here and you get something to see, but I guess not. Now you can see the CN Tower back there. It's behind.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
It's kind of partially showing. There's some of the city back there. You've seen this
Yeah.
before.
More times than I can count, so Cargo.
This is cool. What's it made of? It's probably metal. Not exactly. Well, it's got to be metal inside, but
That happens to me every night
the outside
during
feels a
the
bit
week.
plasticky. Oh, so it's for your safety. Please do not touch. But it's probably like they don't want you pushing it around.
Yeah, I don't blame. Yeah,
But as a prop builder, I know I know when not to break it. That's I can feel the material. It's got a bit of plastic on the outside, but it's metal on the inside. Interesting. That's cool. So they must have had an event down, not just a display, but they probably had some sort of event one of the days down here. I guess the only other thing is this rock out here is interesting. Um, it's not from here. It's from probably from Canada, I assume. But if you see the white lines in it, I assume it's not fake. That they it looks fake that they put these white lines in on purpose between pieces of rock, but I don't think it is, or is it? Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not this one. This one's painted, but the one up, there's one up north where I came from that way earlier in the night that has natural lines in it from the fault sediment in the rock. But this rock is old though. They have cut away a piece of it. But the lines in here I don't think are original. But the rock is really old or cement is. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong. I can't remember if this is the real one or what it's made of.
right.
But the one behind all those buildings up there is. But that's about it down here. One of the local radio stations down here. I don't
Right.
listen to it currently. 102.1 The Edge, which is like they play rock, mostly
Hmm.
rock and alternative.
Okay.
Uh, Cargo would know that. I don't know if she listens to it, but it's a
Yeah.
prominent station. Otherwise, that way just goes further around the corner towards a condo, which is not mine, but someone else's, and uh, all those lights that you see across the river over there are, I guess you can say it's a bit industrial. There are boats that go in and out of there, delivering goods and things like that in our city. Oh, well, see, I won't walk all the way down there, but if I'd walked this way along the road all the way this way, those green lights, which you can see way in the distance out there, I can't zoom in right now, is the
Right.
airport. So currently there's nothing taking off, but there's stuff that takes off regularly every
Yeah.
like at this hour, usually it's like every half an hour there's a plane taking off, or every it's not the big airport in our city. It's a smaller one, and it's on the island, but it does go to some flights do go to the states. Just locally, it's more local. If you're going to travel in the world, you have to go to the other airport, which I'll be taking probably when I go to Seattle to in the fall.
Right.
That's much further out. Yeah, you can see over here. Actually, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but there's a bridge with lights on it. That's a pretty new. You can see the top of the bridge. It's a pretty new bridge. That bridge goes over to the industrial area, which is like all man-made island area. I've done some
Oh,
work over
okay.
there
That's cool.
back in the day when I used to work at a temp agency, which Pete got on that subject because he was talking about, what on the street. Um, I worked out here, and one of the jobs we did, we had to clean a ground that had black oil because they worked with black oil. So every now and then we would just clean it with the hose and stuff like that. So my work steel toe boots at home have stains of black oil in them that will never come off because it's black oil. It just doesn't come off. But that's a memory of me being out here working down this way. Um, is one of my jobs I did way back in the day before I got into theater and
Right.
everything. And that smokestack, I don't know if they can see it, but there's a smokestack up there. That one there is a recycling plant. So that's where all recycling stuff goes and supposedly gets burned, but well, a lot of it gets pushed to Michigan. I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of it did go to Michigan for some point, and then some of it ended up in China, right?
Yeah.
America did the same thing about
Yep.
shipping out garbage that we didn't keep here. And uh, you in the States and me in Michigan or wherever, the states in general and us in Canada are both in the same boat because like they were showing images in China of stuff shipped out and the plastic bags in there were Canadian grocery stores, stuff that's
Yeah.
local or American looking. Yeah. So, but all this along here is the island, the Toronto Islands on the other side. Um, you can't see it, but behind these lights here, that way, I can see on the horizon with my eyes just a bit of haze. That's looking more towards probably the States because Lake Ontario, if you're looking at the end of this, where I'm standing right now, curves this way around the bend. So all those lights down there are further over Lake Ontario. And then as you get further over, there's the Peace Bridge and whatever. One of the bridges on that side because Detroit will be on the other side. But yeah, so like past these islands, straight directly across, more, I think it's this way, or I think it's this way, is Rochester and Buffalo. So,
Nice.
like, I always complain, but, there are a lot of people who don't watch our Canadian CFL football, but they always, I hear them on the street and go, I got tickets to go see the Buffalo's game. They're so excited. I'm like, I asked the guy on the street one day, don't you even watch ours? We win the cup this year. And he goes, who wants to watch the Argos? Who wants to watch CFL? I'm going to watch NFL. So there's a lot of there's a lot of Buffalo fans out here. Even in Sam's chat, there's a guy who lives.
Which is weird because there's a lot of us that do like CFL.
But
I
there
just
is, yeah. When Sam streams it, there's a lot of Americans who have questions about how it's played, and they're glued to it. But uh, there's a guy who lives in Ontario, uh, up towards, I won't say where, but towards where Cargo is, and he keeps apologizing, but also laughs at it because he's not a Leafs fan. He's a Sabres fan, a Buffalo Sabres fan. He doesn't support the Canadian teams. He supports the American teams. And I'm just like, really? I'm like,
mm, well, some people are like that.
because when you get over to the Niagara region, that's Wayne Gretzky's wineries over there too. But not that there's issues of calling him Canadian still.
Right.
But that's purely because Wayne Gretzky '99 is famous and his father's
Oh,
famous. No,
even so,
his fa-
Cargo said they aren't Leafs fans either. We
his,
are
like Wayne Gretzky's
we're
father
Penguin
would go.
fans in her household.
So you're Pittsburghians or Pittsburgh fans. But like Wayne Gretzky's father would go through the stands and meet all the people in the stands because he's just the typical guy he was, right? But nowadays people question like
Oh,
Wayne Gretzky's
he's
allegiance
saying
because
Wayne's the Gretzky's winery is right near her. So
yeah, well I know where she is. I know that area, but the thing is though like people question it because he doesn't live here. His winery is here. He's rich enough to live in the States, but also too, and not everybody noticed it until like weeks later it got pointed. But when uh you got your new president
oh, he
and he
was.
had his when he
If I'm correct, he was Canadian, isn't he?
when Gretzky,
Yeah,
yeah, he's Ontario. Well,
yeah, I thought he was.
but so when you got your new president, your current president, not to be political about it, and he did his whole coronation, not coronation, it's British, but like he did the whole, he had his
Right, the
party,
swearing
speech and
in,
everything, and
swearing in.
Yeah, we'll say Americans and Canadians both agreed that a lot of people that were up on stage were rich, powerful people that were on stage. Whether you like them or not, it's up to you. One of the people that was standing there was Wayne Gretzky. I didn't notice it because everybody's, oh my God, he's the new president, and people had views on it. But in one of the newscasts or an American newscast or something, someone pointed a picture and said, pointed arrows at each person. This is Elon Musk. This is so and so. This is Bezos, and there's Wayne Gretzky, and he was up there. I was like, I was just surprised that he got invited there versus an American player, right? But he lives out there, I guess. So that's why people in Toronto just some are questioning his allegiance a little bit. But whatever. People are allowed to do what they want.
Yeah,
Sam got heckled on YouTube. That's what you do when you run a channel that many people following you.
yeah.
They're all Canadian
So
watchers.
you know what? You get heckled all the time when you do
Well, he was upset
channel
about it.
sometimes.
He went to the States to go watch a Florida game because his second favorite team is the Florida Panthers, and he went like recently, like within the last month, a month ago or so. He went down for a couple of days, and he says I'm away, and then he streamed the Florida Panthers stadium and stuff, and people apparently were messaging him outside saying, "Why are you going to the States at a time like this?" Right? And I said, so I defended him. I said
Right.
uh, I said he's Canadian. He loves his Leafs, but he has a second team he likes, and it's sports. He went down there for sports, not because of politics, not because he's vacationing and spending all his
Right.
money down there. He already had tickets bought in advance. I said it's no different than when we do the Olympics. I've done the Pan Am Games. I've flown the Canadian flag at the stadium down the road here. But when we do
Right.
that, or you watch any Olympic Games, the entire world stops, no matter which side you're on, and they all cheer for the person who wins the 100-meter dash, whether it be Jamaican, whatever. It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
it's your country or not. So it's sports, and you're allowed to do that. Playoffs are coming, and he's supporting that team. I make fun of him for going down there, saying that our premier over in Ontario here won't let him back in. They're going to revoke your citizenship, but that's a joke, and that's because I'm a friend of his, right? I don't go around tossing that like as a stranger out on YouTube, trashing him and stuff like that. So I defended him on YouTube, but he had a few people, but he's just not used to it, I guess. Not everybody, some people are just aren't used to that or didn't think it would be that bad in their views. But aside from that, like most of the people I moderate are all American, including you, right? So
Right.
I don't mind it, right? Like you're friends of mine. Regardless of what happens, you'll be friends of mine. But he went down there recently and he had that, so there was that. But then again, on this side, like I said, when Gretzky was spotted down there, and he's been hanging out at one of Trump's parties and stuff as well. It's like people question him, like, because you're so Canadian. Like there's some people who just refuse to want to hang out with Trump when Trump asks come or whatever. It's back and forth, right? Some people support, like, for example, Penske team, Roger Penske from, you know him from NASCAR, I know him from IndyCar. He was down there at the White House the other day, right? Because they support each other. That's fine. But then there's people who like don't want to
Right.
go to the Kennedy Center anymore to perform plays and do things like, because he said now it's no longer Kennedy Center, it's now the Trump Center, and we don't support. So
Right.
everybody has their own view, right? But regardless
Yeah.
of that, you're allowed to do your own view. You shouldn't be heckling people for their choice.
No, you
You
shouldn't.
like, to a certain degree, you shouldn't be doing that. I get it. There are certain things where you're like you're crazy to believe in this and whatnot, but hey, you are who you are, and that's your own view. So we let it go. So Sam got heckled a bit on the YouTube land because
Agreed.
there's a
Agreed.
lot of Canadians out here, and but there's a lot of Americans that watch who are Torontonian who are Maple Leaf fans. And
Yep.
the other reason why he went down there is because one of the people who worked down there in that stadium, who works at the bar upstairs, is in our streams almost like every other night, at least saying hi for 5 minutes before her game or before when she has to go to work. So Sam went down
Exactly.
there to say hi and meet her as well. So there's that. But otherwise, the temperature is dropping a little bit, but it's not bad. Well, they must have had high winds because there's a garbage bag up here. Hey, in the tree.
Hmm. Wow.
It's a large one. But yeah, I just thought it was something interesting for your stream. Fortunately, the airport's down that way. We're not down that way. One of these
No.
days, when we do a late night stream, I will be over on that side, and I'll just pop on. And you can see planes take off and land constantly in the background. Gives you something as a background view. But otherwise, no one here. There's a guy walking his dog earlier, and that's about it. And that creepy balloon, which is a statue or a monument,
Yeah,
is
and that's
when I walked over.
that's nice.
Well,
That is
when I
nice.
walked over, but when I walked over here, I said, "Is that a balloon?" It's kind of like it's not waving, but it looks like it was from a distance, and it was like shining off the lights of the building. And I'm like, "Is the it gonna come out? Is the it man gonna come out? If I touch it, is it gonna pop on me and like scare the crap out of you?" You know what I mean? Like, because there's like nobody down here, right? It's like 1 in the morning now. So,
Yeah, it
but
is. It's actually it's after 1 in the morning now.
actually, you can't quite see the CN Tower anymore. Fog's setting in now. If you look through the trees, you can see the fog coming in
Yeah,
now.
that's the temperature. Yeah, that's about like here too. It's so warm that fog is setting in, but it was had a beautiful moon out tonight.
Yes, but over here, when we get this fog, we end up getting snow, and it will like in mine. There's no snow here, right? But I showed
Right.
you the other day, my street was covered in snow when I pointed out the window. It's like an hour later, after everybody commented, it melted and it looked like it had rained, right? But for Sam and people who live further north and other people in Ontario, they go, no, the snow stayed for another 5 days. And then there were reports of like people had getting in car accidents because there's black ice and the power went out because it freezed half of Ontario, right? But I'm in the city here. I live near downtown. It's like, no, we're fine. It's like this is totally opposite, right? So,
Right.
so like when people go, oh, I hope you have power, or I hope you don't lose power. I'm like, I'm the last to lose power. If the power goes out, it needs to come back on because there are office buildings next door that need the power the next day.
Yeah. Well, hey, it is what it is. Because I'll tell you, I will tell you that we had a pretty decent doozy storm tonight, and it's
Yeah.
funny where I work had power. I go through a small area going to where I had to go to McDonald's to get dinner. No power whatsoever. The traffic light was out, the gas station lights were out, but then I get into the small town where the McDonald's is, they had power. So it's weird.
Well, your storms are different. It's not just because of the leftover winter. You
No,
guys
no,
had a storm go. You
this
had a
one was
storm go right through across America, and you got the
this
tail
was
end of
a
it.
pure thunderstorm. This was definitely a pure thunderstorm.
But it's not just a thunderstorm. That's the tail end of the storm that the rest of America got. Tennessee and everybody else had flooding and whatever. Like a lot of America got flooding recently, and you guys caught the tail end of it. It made its way across towards you
Yeah,
guys.
pretty much.
I'm sure some of it has lake effect and it's affecting us when it comes over this way to a degree. But uh, like there's flooding in that Kentucky. Is it Kentucky that had flooding? I think there. I don't know. I was watching the news. There were places that had flooding, and it was pretty bad. You know, gas stations were
Oh,
flooded.
according to Jill, that any fog caused by a volcanic ash, it's called a vog. So maybe it's a vog over there.
We don't have volcanoes over here, but yeah, I don't know. We don't even have one in Virginia, do we? We have the Blue Mountains. They're not volcanoes, are they? They're just
What?
mountains.
Yeah, they're
In
just
Virginia,
mountains. Yeah,
yeah, they're just mountains.
you
Yeah,
have the closest
Blue Ridge
volcano
Mountains.
that I would know that to there would be the one in Seattle. There is one in Seattle that's a volcano, um, or near there. It's in the state of Washington. I know that.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to look it up
Oh yeah,
because
there's
when I
that. Oh yeah, there's a volcano in the state of Washington.
then I'll be seeing more than one or two volcanoes on my trip then, because in the fall I have to go to Seattle to catch my boat,
I'd
and
have
then
to
when we
look
go,
at which one it. I'd have to look at which one it is, but I believe there is one in the state of
but
Washington.
then you're probably right. But then after that,
But I
like we
don't
go
think it's
see
been active. I don't think it's been active for years.
well, still it's a volcano though. But after that, I go see Alaska, and then in Japan, Mount Fuji, and then there's one or two others that are considered volcanoes, right? So even though it's never
Right.
been active in a long time, so technically I am going to go see that on my trip. Maybe I should get late night food. I probably shouldn't.
Hey,
We have
do what you
we
gotta do.
no, but like I cooked food and I brought it to my board game night. But there's a 24-hour Subway that's open down here, and I've been hunkering for like not just making sandwiches at home, but like for a Subway sub. But I shouldn't. It's not healthy. It's to the point where like, cause I when I talk to my dietitian, it's like I go, I know even if you
All
order
right.
the wheat bread on the Subway sub, it's just like whole wheat isn't any healthier per se because it's not whole grains. So like you always look for something whole grains and they don't serve whole grains. So usually when I get a sub, I end up getting like the Parmesan cheese bread or something because like what's the difference if I'm gonna blow that out the gate, I might as well just go full blown,
Right.
right? The whole wheat isn't gonna be that much more healthier. So, but then when I mentioned to her when I was talking to her about like I don't do it often, but like sometimes when I need it in the
Aha.
pinch,
There you
I'll eat
go.
it.
There you go. This is
I
the
told her that
volcano that's in the state Washington State. Mount Baker, Glacier Peak, Mount Rainier. Yeah, I forgot about Mount Rainier.
there's a bunch of them. Yeah,
I knew Mount St. Helens, but I
yeah,
didn't
that's
realize
a
they
big
had
one.
that many volcanoes in the state of Washington. Yeah, apparently they do. Oh, I knew they had two. Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier were the two that I knew. The rest of them, yeah, they're part of the Cascade Ranges. So yeah, that makes sense.
It's amazing how much traffic you see. Like, it's only 1 in the morning, so it's not bad. People are still like partying on the weekend and coming out, whatever. But like even like when you saw where I was on Doug Stream using my mother's window, like if you're up like 3, 4 in the morning, like the opposite lights are on, they're flickering because they're saving power, they're doing their thing. But you
Right.
look down some of the main streets, sometimes there's more than just like it's not heavy traffic, but there's enough traffic. You go, what do these people do at 4 in the morning? Like unless you're going to work on a weekend, like do you guys not have lives? Like you're just 4 in the morning driving in a business district downtown? Like there's nothing else. Nothing's open.
Good. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. It makes you curious about that. I mean, I used to work late night shifts. I used to work at a nightclub way back in the day when I was younger. So you don't get off till like 2, 3 in the morning minimum, and then you have to get home, which is another check. Well,
Right.
I watched the garbage man. He was garbage truck. That's our city garbage truck.
Yeah.
Doing it. There's a small one. We have bigger ones, but they go around and clean the bins.
There
They're
you
doing
go.
good work. Nothing's open in this area, but there's like, well, I don't think so, but this area's got like, well, maybe the bar is still like slightly open, but there's like,
Yeah,
there's
there's definitely a lot of volcanoes on the west coast. There ain't. That's for sure, Jill.
the pizza joint might be open.
Uh, oh,
Mount
see, there you
McKinley,
go. 24/7.
Mount McKinley's in the west side, but I believe Mount McKinley is that Canadian or is that Vancouver or no? That's the states. Mount McKinley's the states, but we can see it from Vancouver area because I know when I traveled to see when my uncle was living out there, and I've been over by Vancouver. You'd be at a
Yep,
street
something
light,
like
you can see
that.
in the distance through the clouds, you can see Mount McKinley over there, which is pretty. Nothing's open over here. Oh, there's a prom store. It sells prom, and it's called Candy Prom.
Right.
But you can buy your prom dresses.
Let's see. There's 28 volcanic fields. All in British Columbia and the Yukon, from what Jill says.
The Yukon's got one.
But yeah, Yukon's got some in its area, but the impacts of an eruption can range far and wide. So, and that's usually true.
Well, maybe I'll see it from my cruise then when I go through Alaska. And we're kind of bordering.
Yeah,
Well, no,
probably will.
maybe you'll see an edge of it. I've never been into the Yukon. I almost did when I was last time in Alaska. there's a train ride you can take that goes into the Yukon and back,
Right.
like a day trip. It's supposed to be for used to be like the line they used for mining or something, but it wasn't fully working, so you couldn't go into the Yukon, which I liked to because I stepped foot in every province except for like three or maybe four. I think it was a new province or something like one of the Aboriginal smaller places considered the zone, but there's only three: Northwest Territories, the Yukon, and one of the islands on the east coast. I've been to all the other ones. I don't mean like I have to go and visit and like wander around there
Right.
going down my city, but like just alone stepping foot in it and say I've been in it, I've not done. So I'm only missing three. But then again, even though our land is bigger, we don't have like you have 1 billion states. You have well 50 plus states, right? Like so 50 states. So because you want us to 50 first. But so for you to for you guys who travel here in America to say I've been to every state takes a lot more work than for me to say I've been to every province and step foot. So all I need to do is cross the border into that province, step foot, and go, I've done it. Versus you have to go to each and every one. So
Right.
it's different. I've been to many, but not. This is cool. I don't know if you can see that. The ceiling has got like reflective bits
Yeah.
just blowing in the wind.
That is too with the Yellowstone National Park. But then you got to remember with the Yellowstone National Park, Jill, that's more that you actually got a lot of what do they call those things? The with the Yellowstone, it is all volcanic active, but you got more of the old not old faithful.
Yellowstone is it's gas though coming out of the ground, the geyser,
Correct.
versus like actual lava. It's a slightly
Correct.
different.
It's more that's where Old Faithful is. So it's
Yeah.
more of a it's guy thank you, Joe. Geysers. That's what I'm trying to think of. But the thing of it is, here's the thing. Jill's right. It is volcanic active because you can easily melt really real quick because it's so heated in there. That's
If you ever
that's that's what's amazing.
if you ever forget the term geyser, just think of a geyser of gas.
You know, well, those geysers are 100 and some odd thousand degrees, and it'll melt you. You'll be a melted pool of lava real quick.
I know. So
That's what's amazing of it.
I've been to Yellowstone, but only on the edge of it. I've never gone into the park.
Yeah,
So I,
that's one of my that is one of my to do lists is to get to Yellowstone and see Old Faithful.
we were just on the edge of it. We camped somewhere near around the edge for a night, and then we moved on. But because we dropped through South Dakota, and we went over that way. But that was
Right.
back in the day when I used to travel across Canada with my dad. So we did it once. We
Okay. So
traveled.
Carmen's got to get to work.
So should I say good morning to Carlo or good night? I don't know which way to say it.
Probably say goodnight. She's probably going to end up. She's got to make her lunch for work tomorrow. So and then probably
Oh, okay. I thought she's going to work
and then
now.
have
I'm
a
like,
yeah. She's calling it. Have a good night. So I think
all right.
yeah. I think we're. I mean, you're heading back to your place, right?
No, yeah, I'm circling around this area here. I'm not headed back yet, but like whenever you want to call it, we'll just call it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it because I need to. I don't have to get up too early, but I need to get up at about 8 o'clock because I got to.
But you should also get some sleep now that you have the extra hours to get the sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to. I'm going to go get some sleep now, or at least lay down. I actually am probably going to look and see if. I wonder if Ace. I'm trying to see if Ace Snoopy is, but it don't look like he's streaming tonight. I don't think.
It's probably Donnie Land and some other people out there.
No,
There's
well,
different
Ace
dudes.
Snoopy. I don't know. But don't forget tomorrow, guys. It's starting at 10 a.m. Resort TV One's going to be going for 24 hours straight from 10 a.m. tomorrow till 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Look, I have antennas. Yay! Alien, take me to your leader.
You'll be up another 5 hours, Joe. Well, just let me know when you guys are ready to talk, Jill, so we can get through that thing. So as soon as you guys get your, but make sure we get together with sometime between now and next Thursday, so that we can get. You go to bed at 3:30 in the morning.
I've
No,
lately been doing that. It's not good, but
yeah, that's
I,
that's
I don't mind doing it if I'm gonna like sleep in a bit, which is fine. Just my hours are shifted. But when I need to get things done in the morning, or I need, you know, because by the time I get to the door, if I sleep in to like past noon, by the time I get to the door, it's like stores are closing around 4 already or whatever. The ones that close early, it's like I can't get things done. But
yeah. So
well, anyways, maybe we should I should let you go
yeah, that. Yep.
because I was the one
Okay, Jill,
holding
that
you.
sounds good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get ready to go because I'm kind of uh trying to.
Oh, my
I'm
battery's getting
actually
near
dealing with a
1%.
couple. I'm kind of dealing with a couple of emails, and I was listening to you and watching that, and yeah, it's been a little over 2 hours. So don't forget tomorrow night, guys. Cafe chat. We can do it again. Well, I mean, not Jonathan. I mean,
This way.
but we'll
There we go.
yeah. But we'll do
Tomorrow
the
night.
cafe chat, and who knows what other shenanigans will happen. And I mean, so we had a little bit of shenanigans, but a quiet night for the most part.
And for those who want to support the fundraiser, don't forget to support the
Yep.
prizes
Just let
that
me
we
know.
can.
You got the email.
You
Just
want to
go back
donate
and check
prizes for
that
the
part of it.
fundraiser.
Um, yeah, I think that'll be would been about around the first hour mark is when I played that up. But let me put it up again. Yeah, if you're looking to help with the fundraiser, there's the email. Email it to me. If you got questions, that's the place to do it. Again, a week from Monday, Yeehaw Bob on April 21st on Dave's Disney Life. On 17th, Jill Jill and her husband will be with me on the cruise line show. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Um, and
I would shout
I'm
yeehaw
trying to
right
work
now,
on some
but
more. And next week, I may be going. I may be doing a live stream all day from St. Augustine. So,
I'd shout yeehaw right now, but I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. I have hats similar to that. They're just not here. They're upstairs in
yep.
my
So,
desk.
wait a minute, where did hold on? Where did my logo went off? There's my logo. Good gravy. My logo got turned off somehow. Yep. Travel vacation. Yeehaw Bob on Monday. Vacation talk on
There we go.
Tuesday. Cruise line on Thursday with you know who. And maybe more. So you guys will see a bunch of stuff next Saturday. Probably no shenanigans on Friday if I go to St. Augustine on Saturday because I'll probably go to bed once I get home. Oh, wait a minute. I'm off next Friday. Ooh, cancel that. Maybe no late night shenanigans, but there may be a special early evening hangout before peak show.
Is
So
that because you're at St. Augustine or?
that'll be because one is because I'm off on Friday because of Good Friday, and it's
Oh,
Easter
right. Good
weekend.
Friday.
It's
Yeah,
Easter's
you're right.
weekend, so I'm actually doing a 4-day weekend. So I may do an early hangout chat on Friday, um, and then we'll do St. Augustine on Saturday, and then we'll back to regular schedule on Monday. Because
So let us
Monday,
know.
and then Monday on the 21st is the day Yeehaw Bob. So
So if you decide to do one on Friday early, let us know. I don't have to go to
we'll be
board game
putting
night
it
because
in
it got
there.
moved to Monday.
I got to talk with Mike and see it. Oh no, Mike will be with family. So yeah, I'll have to look at the schedule and redo some things because yeah, this is I didn't
Because I
think
don't
about
have
the whole weekend when he
coming
said this.
Friday. I don't have board game night. We moved it to
Yeah,
Monday.
I think
No longer
I
going
sent
to.
Mike. set the schedule up, I'm gonna have to delete some of them. Okay, guys. With that, I don't know about you guys, but Jonathan. Thank you for taking us around, buddy. It was interesting. It was fun. It was
Not much
cool.
to see over
I,
here. Next time I'll take
no,
you elsewhere downtown.
no,
More
no.
next.
But it was really interesting.
Well, it's something to look at.
Yeah. Bob is a week from Monday. It's on the 21st, Jill.
It's something to look at beyond just your halo behind your head, which is not a halo.
Just there. My halo's on. Okay. See,
And
there's
that
my
fan's
halo.
gonna
The light
trim
is
your
on.
hair off one day.
So it
That
ain't.
fan's gonna.
So I have nearly hit it with it being on at sometimes, but you know. No, it's no problem, Joe. Well, remember, originally he was supposed to be on. Let's see, he was supposed to be on Monday night on the 7th,
We can sell you a dress.
but he needed to change it, so we pushed it to the 21st. So, but it's coming fast, and I'm looking forward to that one. And anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to say what I always say. One, do what I like to start. I'm beginning to I'm liking what Doug and Tina says. You know, when people are having bad days, just reach out and say hello to somebody because you never know when somebody's having a bad day or they're down, and just being nice to somebody or listening to somebody may make a world of a difference, guys. And with that, now I'm going to say from the world of Disney, from the world of Disney theme parks, may you wish upon a star and your dreams come true. Have a magical day. Bye bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Night.
Night, guys.